Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm gonna take this stream pretty relaxed. After all, we are doing the dragon bug Yanma. That's an old joke for Cameron. Hopefully I'm streaming. I've had times before when I thought I was streaming and then I wasn't streaming, and like that was the worst thing ever. But I think everything is good to go. Anyways, we're going to do Yanma today. It's going to be fun. Let's talk about it a little bit, and then I'll spend some time if anyone has any questions, because there's this week, oh my gosh, this has been hopefully the last stressful week. It has been since basically we finished everything in December. I have been on high alert, and there has been so much going wrong behind the scenes. And all of that, I feel like, kind of came to a, all that came to a head this week. Cameron, I hope you're joking about the thumbnail being Flareon. Not again. Okay, let's talk about Yanma. So, Yanma as a Pokemon is actually decent if it got special attacks. For base stats, it has 65 HP and attack, 45 defense and special defense, 75 special attack, which is pretty decent, and 95 speed. So it's a fast special attacker. It has a medium fast growth rate, which is alright. Overall, it's better in the late game than it is in the early game. But that's where things start to go downhill, because Yanma's move pool is really not that good. Tackle and Foresight to start. I guess I can hit the ghosts in Sprout Tower. Quick attack at level 7, double team at 13, which is not going to be usable in this playthrough. Sonic Boom at level 19, detect at 25, supersonic at 31. Yeah, all of these moves are kind of trash. Wing attack at 37 and screech at 43. Now, I do need to research one thing here, which is Yanma's Generation 2 Learn Set, because it was changed starting in Crystal version. Also, Bulbapedia changed all of their colors for the typings, and now everything throws me off on this website. Anyways, yes, in Gold and Silver, it gets Swift at level 37, so the developers were kind enough to actually give it a flying type move. The only flying type move it gets at level 37, Wing Attack, which is good in Generation 2 because it's base 60 power. A lot better than the base 35 power that it is in Generation 1. Today I'm going to be running Hidden Power Ice. I have done this challenge before, so it's not a first attempt playthrough. Hidden Power Ice overwhelmingly was the best choice for Yanma because it solves Claire and Lance, as well as a bunch of other Pokemon throughout the run, including Jasmine's Steelix, which was absolutely, like, it was a nightmare when I first did this run. Yeah. Yanmega is awesome. Yanma does get a special move in the form of Giga Drain or Solar Beam. Solar Beam later on. But that's pretty much it. It gets Swift, Headbutt, and Return, so the standard 3 normal moves, which is at least decent for the early game. And it's also going to get a boost to its attack stat early on, which will help with these normal type moves. Okay. So, does anyone have any questions about stuff that's been going on this week? Yesterday I released a video about GameHook, the GameHook situation. As you can see, my overlay is still functioning, so we have not lost any capabilities behind the scenes in case people were worried about that. I tried to make that clear during the video, but there was there was a bit to talk about, but there's also like not much more information that I can provide. I don't really know anything. The way that things went for me is one day I was talking to the developer. We were meeting probably 2 to 4 times a week, I would say, to talk about GameHook stuff. And we would like sit down for like an hour or 2 every time and just like go through the problems that the software was facing and then try to program and solve those issues and make things better. So we were doing that on like Sunday, Saturday, and Snowy was helping out. We were working towards the biggest GameHook update that would have ever been released. There was so much new functionality and great stuff in it. And then one morning, I think it was Monday, The developer just said GameHook is done. All the files are being taken down. And that was it. And that's all the information I have. So it was really like it was like crushing. Honestly, I cried. Like it was just really crushing to have a project that you've been working on for 2 years right before making sort of a breakthrough update. Like the project just gets, it's just done. And it felt very unceremoniously. Like I feel like I've never really, like I've had a lot of failures in my life. Like after all, you've watched me fail many times on in my videos. But every time I fail, it always feels like, or it always felt like there was like a conclusion at least. Like, okay, well, like I failed this attempt at this thing, but I can try again or something like that. And this time it just felt kind of like, yeah, it's like unceremonious. It isn't really the end of the activity or anything. It just like, just stopped. Like it wasn't brought to like a poetic conclusion. It was just, that was that. And like we could speculate about why GameHook went down, and I don't think that there's a lot of good to come from that. I think it's just like we can do all the speculating we want, but this is the situation we're in. I don't have any concrete information, so I can't tell you anything that's like going to illuminate things for you. I wish I had more information so that I could make better choices. After all, GameHook is under, I need to get the license right, so I'm just going to look that up. It is under the AGPL license. And the mappers are as well, which means that it can technically be like forked, redistributed, or reworked into another project. In those cases, though, it shouldn't be called GameHook in the future, that sort of thing. So like there is the possibility of starting it up again. That said, there is I'm going to take this stream fairly relaxed, so I'm going to just like talk through things a little bit here and then we'll get going. There is the ability for me to continue with the project, but I personally, like Tyler's saying, like I do not personally have the skill to work on it because I never learned the skills to actually edit GameHook because the developer was taking care of that, so I didn't feel that there was a need to. I have realized that this is a mistake, and for the next projects, I will be learning all of the code required so that if something happens, I can continue with the project myself, even though that will not be time efficient to do. Okay, does the thumbnail actually show Flareon? I am gonna lose my mind if the thumbnail actually shows Flareon, because for me it shows Yanma. That's it's a very annoying bug that YouTube has, I guess. I should report that. No, it does not. Okay, good. I guess that's kind of like where the situation is. All functionality that I had up until then, we're not going to get the big update, obviously, but like we are going to retain functionality up until this point. So everything works, like I said, behind the scenes. The biggest problem is right now there's no way to there's no way for me to like give someone a copy of GameHook because there's just no website for it and it's not being distributed anywhere. So when that gets solved, then my overlay can continue to be used by other people, but until then I am not going to be sharing it just because it's like basically broken right now. It's broken where, I don't know. People are not going to have fun if you download something and you can't use it. So that's where we're at. There are plans put in place already to build the next thing. And that's, like, the more I've reflected on it this week, I genuinely, like, I'm grieving the fact that I have lost, like an awesome working relationship, which I really enjoyed. Working together on this project has been incredibly, like, fulfilling and meaningful for me, and it has been extremely, just, like, really fun. And it's really hard to, have that like just kind of evaporate all of a sudden. I'm definitely grieving that loss. At the same time, it has allowed me to take some time and reflect on things more logically and say like where really should we be going? And I think that that's going to be like there are some answers to that question which I don't want to talk about yet because we are no way there's no, like, we're not ready to, like, talk about anything, but there are paths forward which will make things better. And I'm going to be able to skip all of the, like, problems we ran into along the way with GameHook just because I have that knowledge now. So hopefully more quickly be able to get to something that works better. Yeah, it's like a forest getting burnt down. Hopefully things will grow back better in its place. However, it is going to take some time to recover. As a result, in some ways things will slow down and in other ways things will speed up. Like, you're going to see some new things during this stream. At least one notable new thing. So there's going to be some new stuff during this stream, but there's probably going to be a lot more new stuff like that actually, because I'll have time to work on things. But the end goal, the vision that I have for my overlay is going to take longer to achieve now because we have to reestablish a framework to work from that will allow that to take place. So there's long-term stuff is going to be delayed, short-term stuff is going to be accelerated. The bonk counter in Gen 2 is broken for a completely different reason. The property that we're tracking bonks with is not correctly updating. It updates whenever I bonk, but then when I reset the game, it clears the bonk counter. So we need to change that so that the bonks persist until the save is cleared. Until that happens, we'll no bonk counter, unfortunately. But hopefully in the next, like, 2 months, bonk counter. Hopefully. Okay. Yanma. Y'all ready for this? I don't know if I am. This thing's really not that good. Let's do it. Okay, so first new thing you're going to see here. Right now it's showing my base stats. That has been like that for a long time, but then when I pick up my starter, you will notice something new. Of course, the what's it called? I'm going to be replacing Chikorita so that he has Cyndaquil. I call him GameHook as a tribute. Or I don't know what it's called. Dedication. Okay, so now you can see in the bottom left that I am displaying Yanma's current DVs. So they're all perfect, 15 out of 15, with the exception of the defense, which gives me Hidden Power Ice. And just so you know, when I go outside of this building, Elm is going to call me and there's a flag that gets set when the phone call ends. When that flag gets set, it will take away the DVs. So right here, and then it shows my stats as it normally would. I hope that's a function that is a little bit interesting for you. I programmed it in literally like 10 minutes. I started at 11 o'clock and got it finished before the before I went live. So it's like quite rough right now, but it's at least working. All right, let's go. Oh, okay, missing there is not good. Not good. We can technically lose this fight, I just don't want to. It's never good to lose the fight and not get the 69 experience that his starter gives you. I walked one step too few to get pulled in. He pulls you in when you get like a certain distance into this building. I've been thinking a long time about how to like display the DVs, and I didn't really know, but a lot, like talking about like my final vision for the overlay. One thing that I've really wanted to do is I really want, like at the beginning of the game, I used to do this actually in my original Yanma video. Might have been one of the first times that I did this in a video. Oh no, the cat, please don't. Okay. Don't step on the keyboard. Come on, let's just move this way a little bit. There we go. Anyways, one of the things that I originally wanted to do with the overlay software is have every element except the Pokemon fade in as I talk about them at the beginning of the videos. Now, that's a little bit tricky when all of these things are PNGs that are just literally sitting on the screen. They're not like dynamically generated by the software. Only the text is generated by the software. When that's the case, it's a little bit hard to move stuff around and take them off, so yeah. And the reason I decided to go for the slash showing like out of 15 is because otherwise it just looks like all my stats are 15. Unless you read the header. So I wanted something that was going to make it a little bit more visually distinct. I think eventually I will style it so it looks more like a fraction rather than looking like two numbers with a slash in between them. Just for like, so it looks visually nice. We're a bug type. And Falkner is pretty good. I think I'm going to do Sprout Tower as a result, just to level up a little bit more. Normally I don't like to do this area, but Yanma's not very good, so I don't think that there is a... I don't think it's like the worst choice in the world to spend an extra 3 minutes or so over here leveling a little bit. You can sit there, but you can't attack the gear. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Alright, cat had to go down on the ground. Luckily, with like with where we were with GameHook, I will be able to continue developing everything for my overlay behind the scenes. Although I am putting I'm pumping the brakes pretty hard on everything that would have been like very far looking, because there are not 16. Yeah, 0 to 15. Yeah, there are 16 possible, but 0 is one of them. It's just because it's stored as a nibble, so 4 bits. And 4 bits of information can hold a value ranging from 0 to 15. 1 bit is 0 to 1, 2 bits is 0 to 4, 0 to 3, sorry. 3 bits, I don't know what 3 bits, 7 I think, and then 0 to 7, and then 4 bits is 0 to 15. It's essentially one character in hexadecimal. Is a nibble. Yeah, circling 1, exactly. GameHook in simplistic terms is a program that allows you to access the RAM from an emulator in real time. So any data that the emulator is working with, you can go in and grab portions of it in its raw form and manipulate it with another piece of software. So like visualize it, for example, for educational purposes, which is what I'm doing. So we'll like educational and entertainment purposes. Go in and just like grab like the enemy Pokemon stats that are over on the other side, and then when we figure out that the enemy Pokemon has fainted, then I can like fade out the graphic, because I can access that in real time rather than having to like, I don't know, do OCR, which we tried to do before doing RAM access. OCR, which is optical character recognition. So watching all the text on the screen and then making decisions based on what text is currently showing on the frame. By far less efficient. And you have to do it in post-processing, so good for videos but bad for streaming. And my goal was always to be able to make my streams look identical to my produced videos. And that is still... that is still my goal. Didn't really want to use the berry there, but I was holding it, so I have to. Why save and heal in here? Because the birds are terrifying. I'm gonna go and heal again. I'm also just feeling things out. This run is like the first one of the day. I have not done any other playthroughs today, so gotta see how things are going. Yanma, I did that one for Halloween last year on stream. I don't think I'm gonna do like an official Yanma playthrough on the channel as a back part. Okay, we just barely KO at level 12 there with 4 hits from Quick Attack. I might have failed that range if I had got a bad roll. It's a little bit close. Yeah, at least I don't have to worry about Mud Slap. Very true. Don't worry, Sand Attack can still hit flying types, so... Karen will still be able to lower my accuracy. I am gonna go back. We get mostly normal moves for the early portion of the game, and Yanma's not very good, so if we can pick up the pink bow, I think that'll be advantageous to get a little bit more damage. And I'll be a high enough level that I think I'll be doing more than 10 damage. The reason I need to do more than 10 damage is because it increases your damage by 10%, but if you don't get over the next integer threshold, then it's not going to increase your damage at all. You cannot pick up the pink bow when you first move through that location. I'll get the miracle seed. I did jump off last night, by the way. So that's why I remember the miracle seed. That one's coming soon. Coming soon. It's really fun. Really fun run. I enjoyed it more than I should have. Solar Beam is available after the League and Sunny Day after I defeat the rockets in the radio tower. So it's going to take a little bit while to get there. Yeah, I can technically grab Thief. That is true. And it's a special move because it's dark in Generation. Well, it's always dark, but like all dark type moves are special in Generation 2. Jumpluff is like, they were like, we're going to make a Pokemon, we're going to give it a secondary type that's going to be absolutely useless, and then we are also going to basically ensure that all this thing is good for is speed and status conditions. Like, it's like really fast and good at doing status conditions and very bad at everything else. It's very peculiar. I loved Jumpluff, the design as a kid. I thought it was so good. I don't know why. I just thought it like this like cute little like puffball was like adorable. I really wanted to use one on my team. And then I got a Hoppip and realized it only has Splash, and I was like, actually no, I'm not going to use this anymore. Yeah, it's great at Sleep Powder, so yeah, it should probably be my most favorite Pokemon of them all, actually. Let's be real. Oh yeah, you'll also see on the right-hand side of the screen that the enemy Pokemon now display their effective power. And since the Lantern stream, I have really tuned all of that stuff up so that it looks a lot better. Spinners cannot catch me, and encounters were turned off on the early routes, as you will have noticed. We can talk about why encounters turning off is my choice, because people have asked me like, why not just like make it an encounter every 5 steps or an encounter every 10 steps or something like that, so it's the same for every single Pokemon. That's very possible. I think that's a good idea. Then I'm going to have to go in and edit out all of those encounters for every single video because we don't show them to you because they look bad. So that takes more time editing and more time playing. Then we have to ask the question, do those encounters add anything in terms of like interest to the playthrough? Like, are they going to make things? By the way, do not delete Foresight. I made fun of it earlier, but I actually needed to hit the Ghastly in Azalea Town, so I got to keep it on my set. I should have deleted Double Team, but it doesn't really matter. What was I saying? I was saying something important. He can't catch me. Hehe. I'll probably fight him after Rockets. I'll sell Mud Slap and then buy the items that I need here. Oh yeah, I was talking about encounters. The thing about encounters is that like do those having the encounters on, does that add anything of interest to the playthrough? And the answer that I come to in Johto at least is no. Like there's not going to be a case where I run into a level 4 Hoppip on Route 2 and I'm like, oh yeah, like now I can't escape and this playthrough is so much more interesting because my Slowbro couldn't escape from the level 4 Hoppip. That's really something that I want to include in the videos and talk about. So then if it's not interesting, if it's wasting time, and if it's going to make, and if just like default settings are going to make the runs harder to compare, to me it's like, we're just going to turn off the encounters entirely. Like that's going to be how we go forward. And there's definitely like, this prioritizes fairness of rankings, it prioritizes ease of editing, and it prioritizes fun in terms of playthrough. Sad we're not going to see it Double Team Swords Dance Yam Mega Run. Does it get, would it get Swords Dance in Gen 2? I don't actually know if it would. Did it get Swords Dance when I did the stream? I don't think it did. Or did it? Do you think Yanma would progress faster if it started with a flying type attack? Yeah. Imagine if it started with wing attack, it would be so good because Falconer's Badge gives you a 12.5% boost to your attack stat. Additionally, it also gives you a 12.5% boost to all flying type damage, which will be represented in the effective power that you can see in the top left-hand side of the screen. Like right now, Swift is displaying as 66 because of the pink bow. With the bonus from the same type attack bonus and Falconer's bonus, we would have, I think, it would be like 101 effective power on wing attack this early into the game, which would then make Bugsy completely trivial. We just, I think, one-shot everything, maybe except the Scyther. So Yanma would be much better if it started with wing attack. I don't think, oh no, I bought Helium, so we're okay. Okay, we can get Sonic Boom, but like, I don't think it's really that useful and it has bad accuracy. Well, I'll teach it in the place of Double Team so I don't accidentally use it. Okay. I disagree that I think it does remove a portion of what makes Pokemon, but I don't think it removes a portion of what makes these runs interesting. For me, what makes these runs interesting is comparing Pokemon to each other. By the way, this is usually a hard fight, but I don't think it's... Oh, okay, well that crit just changed everything. Comparing these runs to each other... Wow, that crit, like, did so much damage. Comparing these runs to each other is what makes them interesting to me, and Overworld randomness makes the comparisons harder. So the goal is remove the Overworld randomness, but maintain battle randomness. So if you notice that I haven't really removed anything from the runs that is like for example, low-hanging fruit for patching would be the Generation 1 miss. Just remove the Generation 1 miss, maybe patch how crit mechanics work or something like that. Stop paralyzing me. I really don't want to have the paralyzed cure berry because then I can't 3-shot the Quilava. Maybe I can 3-shot the Quilava. I don't know. I'm going to try it. This is going to be the time that it won't paralyze me. It's going to be ridiculous. Yeah, this is usually a hard fight. Yeah, it is a hard fight. As expected. Ah, so the pink bow. Pink bow takes away my... well, the crit's going to give me the Quilava, but the pink bow takes away my ability to... without the pink bow, can't one-hit the Ghastly. I'm going to make it this time, but just because of luck. Yeah, the rival took offense to the statement, I know. He was like, I'm gonna get you. I'm like, okay, you did. You proved it to me. We're gonna run into Pokemon here. We want to find an Oddish or a Psyduck. Or both. Both is the ideal. Like, first encounter Psyduck, second encounter Oddish is perfect. Okay, we get the Oddish. Is that gonna knock it out? It is, yeah. Fine, we'll get another one. They're really common. Yeah, Smokescreen's not so good when you're using Swift, but... I think the logic is flawed because you can extend that to get rid of a ton of different stuff. But getting rid of the overworld entirely is not the same. You have to, like... I think your logic is actually flawed here. We can, like, argue about this, but... I think it's actually an interesting debate because I've thought about this like a lot. I think that like removing the overworld entirely is not actually a good idea because Pokemon need to backtrack to certain locations and move in different orderings in the overworld to accomplish different goals. So for example, I had to walk over here to pick up Headbutt with Yanma, but with another Pokemon like I don't know who doesn't, someone who doesn't learn it. With that Pokemon, I would not actually have to come over here. So there would be a time offset because of that. Of course, the best way to do this is time every step, time the number of frames, and then just have a computer recreate that time offset in a simulation. And that I do think that is the best approach. So if you can do that, please, that would be great. I can't do that currently, so... Like I do not have the software required to do that. Hopefully one day I will be able to do that in addition to playing the runs myself and we can compare all the data. I think that'll be quite illuminating. So like Overworld, like the pathing around the Overworld and moving around, talking to people, text boxes, like that's why I haven't done instant text speed. I think instant text speed, it creates a difference in the ratio between events. So like for instance, when I'm going through this fight, there is a ratio of text to actual battle stuff, like choosing moves and dealing damage. That ratio needs to be maintained. If I use instant text, then the ratio is no longer maintained, and that is going to make it like there will be less incentive, or I guess more incentive to do the things that require lots of text, because the text is shorter than it should be, for example. I do want to fight this guy. Just like, didn't really want to do it. Just like my arm is... my microphone arm was slipping, and I'm like having to like slowly like bend my neck more and more and more to make, to speak into the microphone. So like the overworld is like an important part of the run for most Pokemon. Okay, it doesn't know Sonic Boom. I was a little bit scared there that it was going to get me with Sonic Boom, but it can't. So the overworld is an important part of the run, and the ratio between text and everything else is important to maintain in these runs. That said, the randomness of like a hiker, let's say Hiker Anthony catches me, and he catches me in this run, but he doesn't catch me in the next run. Like, that is purely just RNG. If I played the game enough times, I would be able to get by him with an attempt, right? Like, there's no way he's going to catch me every single time. That's just how the game works. Eventually, I'll make it by him. When I make it by him, so he is optional because of that. Like, by definition, Hiker Anthony is an optional trainer. He is just a trainer that can sometimes catch you. Also, my microphone is still having problems. Just a second. I'm going to pause. Okay. Yeah, and I do, like, of course, like, I do buy repels as well, because, like, repels are a part of the game, and, like, if your Pokemon can't repel the Pokemon that it's fighting, like, that it's running into in the grass, then the Pokemon is too low leveled. So, but in the early game, the only places I remove the encounters are where I don't have repels. So I remove the encounters because there is no way to repel and then use my Pokemon as the way in which to block wild encounters. Notably, in Johto, all of the wild encounters are below level 5, so if you did have repels, you would repel them all with just your starter. Yeah, repels in Pewter and Fire Red Leaf Green is so nice, I agree. So that's like a much more simple scenario. There's like 3 locations that need to be manipulated. And it's like, you could just like leave the encounters on and then play, and then there's an offset, and then at the end of the run, you just like go in. Like, I've thought about doing this, right? Like, obviously the best way to play is just play the game. Don't change any of this stuff. Then at the end of the run, go in, cut out all of the frames that are every encounter, remove that from the final time, and then report that as the result for the Pokemon. Because by doing that, then we get the non-RNG time that it took the Pokemon, non-Overworld RNG time that it took the Pokemon to beat the game, which makes the comparisons fairer. That's the way that, like, it would ideally be done, but there's so much human error in that. What if I miss an encounter? Well, then the Pokemon isn't reported fairly. What if I do it wrong in terms of which frames I'm cutting on, or I do it inconsistently? Then that's another human error. Whereas if I just remove them at source, then I don't have to do that extra work. And it also means that, like, when the Pokemon clocks in, like, we see its final time right when it clocks in with the method I do now. But like Shoblet's saying, like, it's less hype if, like, the Pokemon clocks in, then I go, okay, let's go back. I got to take 5 minutes and remove all the encounters. So, like, there's part of this approach is, like, optimized for fairness, but the other part of this approach is optimized for, like, the act of viewing this as a process. If this was all done behind the scenes and, like, you never saw any of this, and it was like the timer was just added in post, that sort of thing, then things would be much different. My workflow would be different, and, like, the options available to us would be different. That said, it just doesn't make any sense to me where, like, we just leave the encounters in. Yes, Peter, you're completely right. The current situation where I have to backtrack to get the pink bow is one that I mentioned. I think I mentioned it in my Granbull versus Clefable video. So I think go and watch that if you want to see a little my initial discussion about it. But yes, it's 100% benefiting the Pokemon that want to backtrack to the pink bow by removing the encounters. What I'm going to do, maybe I'll do it after this run, we'll just change it. So essentially what happens is we will turn the encounters off. I have toggles, by the way. I'll show you them, just so you can see. Where is it? So here, like, I have these toggles for the encounters. Like, you can see Sprout Tower and Union Cave because those are optional areas, and you get a repel by the time you get to Union Cave. Those are turned on. What I could also do is I could technically turn on the Route 32 encounters as soon as I pick up the repel. So I can choose to use it, or I can choose to just chance my way through the grass. I feel that it's a little bit more consistent to just say the best approach to these areas is obviously pick up the repel, then go to Union Cave, use the repel within Union Cave, and proceed with the run. I'm going to do that with every single Pokemon, and so I'm going to turn off encounters on Route 32, just so that everything until that portion of the game is identical with Pokemon in terms of Overworld RNG. But what I should do is once I obtain Falkner's badge, I will turn back on all the encounters on Route 31, 30, and 29. So we'll just build that into the next run, and then we'll play it that way the second time. Because then backtracking through those routes, we'll have the additional like time offset of running into wild Pokemon. We could also go deeper into this in the sense that, like, well, maybe the Pokemon should experience a certain number of set encounters throughout that stretch. Like backtracking to the pink bow is on average going to be 8 encounters. So every Pokemon should get 8 encounters on the way back to the pink bow. I currently don't have that tech available to me, so even if I wanted to do that, I can't at the current moment. But I do think that that's something that's worth exploring, so maybe in the future that will be the approach that I take for something like that, where we go to a blended approach where there are no encounters by default, and then when encounters get turned back on in certain locations that you would have to backtrack through, those locations will generate a fixed number of encounters to represent the time, the average time lost from an act of backtracking like that. But, yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah. Anyways, I hope that like explains the encounter stuff. I always get lots of questions about this. Like, in the end, I'm like very, very like random encounters are part of Pokemon's identity, though. Fast Mons can fleet battles more consistently. Mons experience want some encounters which affect time versus others. Yeah, I've already discussed this before, Martin. Like, I've talked about the goal is to provide each Pokemon with the thing that it would need to get the best possible time for that specific run that I'm doing. So the Overworld RNG in the early portions of the game is always going to be tailored to the peak performance. This is in line with my thinking around DVs. As you saw here, my DVs were almost perfect, so I'm manipulating the DVs to be as good as possible to give the Pokemon the best possible chance. So for example, if I needed a lot of wild training with Yanma, then I would turn on encounters until it reaches the threshold that it's trying to get. So if the threshold is level 13 for Falkner, then as soon as I reach level 13 in the wild, I will turn wild encounters back on. And we can do this with software automatically, so it doesn't need to be something that like I'm stopping the game for and then changing stuff. It's just like when it reaches level 13, then we just turn encounters off, and it's reached the level it needed. It's good. Yeah. And like I get it if you're like, it doesn't feel like Pokemon to me, but that's great. Like I'm totally behind that. If like you feel that like wild encounters and this general like overworld randomness is like something that brings more joy to you in Pokemon, then like I really encourage you to play with the game without my rules. I don't think that my rules are the best rules. I just think that this is the most interesting way that I can approach the data collection, which is the thing that I'm truly interested in. I'm interested in collecting data and demonstrating things to people, and I think that this is the best way to illustrate that. Being conscious of fairness, my time, my video editor's time, and the fun that I have playing these runs. Believe me, it is not fun to play a legendary Pokemon, get 15 encounters in the first route of the game, and then play a Pokemon that's much worse than the legendary, get no encounters in the early routes of the game, and go like, well, these two comparisons are no longer valid. I guess I should do 5 more runs. Like, that's not really interesting or fun. So, anyways, that's my thoughts on it. Encounters and stuff. Totally, if you want to play the game a different way, please play the game a different way. I am by no means saying this is the only way. I think this is the best way to accomplish what I am trying to accomplish. Ha! The Hoot Hoot is asleep. Also, I accidentally hit the tree. The edge cases right now are like low speed Pokemon. Low speed Pokemon are an edge case. And I can probably quick attack this. Yeah. Low speed Pokemon like Slowpoke are an edge case because it's you sometimes can't escape from encounters, but all the encounters are such a low level in Johto that it doesn't really matter. You usually can escape anyways, no matter what. I already bought escape ropes, so you don't actually need to pick up Dig, although Psyduck can learn Dig, which is really cool. Yeah, Snowy, we should definitely add the option to do encounters per step. I think that that's a really, really intelligent choice. You know what's not intelligent? Probably skipping these battles, because Whitney could be awful. Let's fight a few more people. It's daytime. No, it's daytime. So the Hoot Hoot was asleep because it's an owl, so it's sleeping during the day, and that's when I headbutt the tree. I think if it was night, the Hoot Hoot would be awake. And then my software also is controlling for time of day stuff. So like time of day events are disabled. There's a concession that's made in this change as well, because there would be some time difference between the two runs if one run had to like save the game, go out, get the ID for the trainer, and reset the clock. This doesn't seem like an interesting way to differentiate Pokemon to me, so I just made the executive choice to just, well, if you would save in front of this person and then grab the item, it's like basically the same as if you would like just talk to the person and get the item. Plus, you can reset the clock as many times as you want, whenever you want. It doesn't increment game time at all by doing this, so totally. Again, not the perfect approach, but it's the approach I took earlier on, and now I'm sticking with it. I also don't want to like come across though as like this is the perfect thing. Like there is no other way. Like yeah, it's like there are definitely flaws in my approach to things. I try to be open about them and upfront, but it's unlikely now that we're going back to any other kind of vanilla play. Okay, this is about to be awful. I think we have to flinch it a bunch. Let's go south of Goldenrod and fight trainers, and north of Goldenrod and fight trainers. I'm not liking my chances there. These two trainers remind me of when I had a girlfriend. Yeah, well, like, I don't know if you're, like, saying you don't like changing time during runs just because, like, you don't like manipulating the time, but, like, I did not like changing the time. Stopping the game, pausing the footage, then going and changing the clock, then opening everything else up, starting all the software back up. That was like terrible. The workflow on that was like genuinely made me never want to do it. And so like often I would go into battles without items because I just didn't want to like get the item, and like that's not fair to the Pokemon. So coming soon, we will be having nighttime in all of these locations so that I can fight the additional trainers as well. Oops. See, there's encounters turned on there. I didn't turn them off everywhere. Like, so if I make a mistake like that and I go into the grass, I'm going to get an encounter. You could say, well, isn't that unfair because your player error affected the Pokemon's time? And like, yeah, my player error did affect the Pokemon's time. This is part player, part Pokemon. Again, I would love to do it. I would love to eventually get to a place where like we are just evaluating only the Pokemon's performance, and like it's like Pokemon and strategy, not actual execution. But right now it's execution and Pokemon. At some point though, hopefully it'll be just Pokemon. Pokemon and strategy. Because like you have to choose the strategy. You can't get away from that. Okay, Detect is really useful. I think in the place of Quick Attack because Foresight is still for Morty. Although I can use Hidden Power Ice by the time I get to him. Detect will let me break Rollout's combo, and hopefully I can survive. A couple. We can give a Pink Bow. More damage. Yeah, the Gen 2 aesthetics are amazing. They are really good. Ha! Metronome submission and then missed. Haha. Detect. Breaks Rollout's combo. Headbutt. Hopefully we get a flinch. Okay, Rollout missed. Well, miss and then crit, so Yanma did it. I think Detect is the strat here. Just level to 25. That'll be more concise when I do this again, because I'll fight all the trainers in a row. There's also like a joy to like redoing the runs and then coming back and getting a better time on the second playthrough. But I want to be able to then more accurately evaluate my playthroughs in reference to each other. because, and so like removing encounters allows for that to be possible as well. I can sit down, like it's like, imagine you were practicing to do a speed run. Okay, so like you disable like certain encounters or something just so you can go through the motions to like practice the speed run, right? Like it's like, okay, I want this route. I'm going to practice my overworld pathing through the grass. That's kind of where I'm at. Like this is not an official speed run by any means. If I did do this on like a competition or something or someone else, I'll play by their rules. I'm not gonna say like, oh no, I have to have my encounter settings. Like, no, of course, I'll play with whatever rules they want me to play with. Let's go get Hidden Power Ice first. I used an early ether, so we'll pick up the extra ether in here. Should have repelled. There's some cool items in here, and there's this trainer who has the Nidos. Good experience. Okay, so here, Hyper Potion. I'm gonna just battle some people. Might as well get a little bit extra experience. I think Morty is gonna be fairly tough. Excuse me. He's a Gen 1 player of all the Nidos in Mount Moon, yeah. So is this guy too. Okay, one thing I'm trying to do more and more in my Gen 2 runs is use items like ethers earlier if I can, and also fighting trainers as early as possible. So like battling this guy, I don't have to fight him until later, but if I fight him now, then I get experience, and then all the fights from here on out will be easier. Oh gosh. My repel usage in this run has been absolutely atrocious. Where bug moves? There are no bug moves. We don't get any. Yanma got in Gold and Silver. Yanma gets no same type attack bonus moves. None. 0. But in Crystal, he gets wing attack. So I'm at least thankful for that. Also, there's a full restore over here. No. We don't want another Hoot Hoot sleeping. No. Don't, not the trees. It's so scary. Spamming A little bit in the wrong place, just mistiming that input. You talk to a tree. Get a Hoot Hoot. An unfortunate mistake. Alright, Hidden Power Ice. I think in the place of Detect. Detect is not very useful outside of red. And there's no more, like, extreme combos in the game. The last major combo is Whitney that you need to break. So, we'll do the opposite order today. Yeah, battling the Goldenrod, the Magnemite trainer as soon as possible is a good idea. What do you think is the most balanced Pokemon game in terms of wild Pokemon levels and gym Pokemon levels? Okay, well this is my opinion. I don't actually have an objective answer to that. This seems like something that could be objectively obtained if we worked. If we worked hard enough and thought about it for long enough. So, my opinion... Let me think about that. Definitely not Gen 2. Gen 2 is by far the worst. Gen 4, I feel like the gym leaders are extremely well balanced. The levels and stuff. It feels really good in Gen 4. Gen 3 is also quite good. I feel like Gen 1 and 2 are a little bit more janky than the other ones, but then it gets better the later we get. X and Y is not good. I feel like they didn't know how to utilize the EXP share yet, really. Like, that game just feels like on easy mode the entire time. Unless you, like, actively disable the EXP share, but where the design trend took us with that, I don't think that, that was their intent. Right now, I'm going to say Gen 4. I'm going to say Gen 4 right now. That's my current answer. Maybe it'll change as I get more experience. Yeah, X and Y is ridiculously easy. Not really sure what they were thinking about with those games. Like, those are my least favorite games in the series. There was a time when it was my second favorite game in the series, but now with time, I don't think they have aged particularly well. I think Gen 5 is a little bit overly aggressive in my opinion. Like, Gen 5 is terrifying unless you, like, spend a lot of time fighting Audino in the wild. I distinctly remember there was a whole summer when I was playing those games. And I was just fighting, or is it Audino? I think it's Audino. I always call it Audino. Anyways, I was fighting a lot of the, like, elephants that give a lot of experience points. You just, like, fight them over and over and over again, level up so much. I wish they brought back a mechanic like that. Like, give us a mechanic where training is, like, interesting in some way. Where instead of just, like, running in a patch of grass. Like, training in these games when you're fighting wild Pokemon is not interesting in any way. But if I had to, like, wait for something and then react to something, it would be very interesting. Like, I'm watching for a certain animation at a certain time or something, and then I have to, like, take advantage of it. Even if my experience per second is the same as just, like, fighting a bunch of random trainers, I think it's a more engaging experience. I really liked the Audino grinding. I thought it was fun. Like, as fun as grinding can be, but it was a lot better than just fighting Pokemon in the wild. Okay. Oh, Hypnosis and Compound Eyes. Yeah, that's cool. Nice. Alright, let's go. Come on. Alright, that's enough. That's all we need. Yes, Headbutt is the correct choice against the Magnemite. At least we two-shot. We just barely two-shot as well. Oh, he got me with a quick attack. Ah, look at that. I feel like I need to be level... Like, 33 would feel better here. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm going to always two-hit the Okay. 89.2% chance to two-hit the Magnemite. So it's not always. Just that's doing too much, and then it can quick attack me to finish. I don't think it knows it needs to quick attack, it just is. Alright, we'll go fight Chad and stuff. Alright, Chad, come on. Okay. This is Chad. Chad's right here. Does detect prevent curse? I don't think detect prevents curse. I genuinely just think the curse happens anyways. Yeah, does AI use priority if it senses a KO? I don't think it does. I think it just uses a move that can knock it out. But I'm not sure. Both of these I'm not sure of the answer. Oh, I didn't know that substitute prevents pressure. That's interesting. No, it doesn't. Detect does not stop curse. Okay. So I didn't make a mistake on learning that move. 33. We're going to go back at 33. Because as you can see, the training there is very slow. Even when fighting trainers. Okay. Ah, no. Stay inside. I want the pink bow for the damage range on the Magnemite. Although it might be significantly better now because I'm over damage rounding threshold. Okay, let's see. Hey! It didn't curse! Well, we win because of that. That's ridiculous. Alright. Thanks. And then the flinch on the Quilava. Okay, so there's a decent number of paths to victory here. The extra level is just nice, but I think that it makes sense to go to 33, but overall that fight's not that bad just because Headbutt is decent. Two-shot, will Game Hook return? I don't think so. I think no. I think the answer is no. I know that the developer is never going to come back to work on it. So I don't have the skills to work on it, and I don't know if anyone else is going to come back to work on it, and I already feel like I have a good sense of like where to go next without Game Hook. So for me, it feels like this is the natural end to the project, and then we work on the thing that's next. And we go from there. Well, there will be a replacement, don't worry. Already being talked about. Alright, Morty. If the second Haunter can curse me, then this is going to be tough. Okay, well, it's going to miss Hypnosis, so we're okay. But I don't two-hit the Gengar, but Hypnosis has 45% accuracy when the AI uses it, so we're okay. Good thing I kept Foresight. Spite there could have got a little bit annoying. However, it will not pick it if the AI already outspeeds. Oh, okay, cool. So it is picking Quick Attack because it knows it can knock me out with it. I go on that tile so I bump into the guy as I walk by him. Yeah, it was open source, yeah. Like I said before, it's like the AGPL license or something. Okay. If the opponent uses Hypnosis in Gen 1, I don't think it's 90. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yes, you're correct. That is how it works. Oh, the cat's sleeping under the desk. It's currently a foster cat. It's not Churro. We're really close to getting wing attack. I would like to get wing attack. If I don't get it here, I'll go and train on the ocean just to get it. It's another reason to level up just a little bit more before the rival fight is because the goal can be like wing attack. Essentially, train towards wing attack in the mid game. Then once you get it, start cutting training, I think. Maybe. We'll see how Jasmine is. Also, hopefully, well, I should have saved. This is a mistake. Rock slide. Rock slide is a thing on this Machoke. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes! Flinch! Oh, ridiculous. I'm gonna go train on the sea now and then come back after. Yeah, we're gonna ditch Foresight right away. As soon as I get wing attack, Foresight's going bye-bye. I'm just keeping it for Morty in case Spite. Because like Spite can stack up and then you can't attack anymore and you lose. But if you have Foresight, you can just like, oh, well, I'll just Foresight once and then it'll be fine. Oh. There's no one over there. Don't go over there. Fight this person, then I'm going back. Yeah, Foresight's definitely not. Well, I'm gonna fight one more person. I'm like looking down, I'm like, I don't know if the Mankey are gonna give me enough experience. This Quillfish will, though. With the Mankey, I mean. Yeah, like that'll be enough for sure. Oh, if this thing was a slow growth rate Pokemon, that would have been the true Game Freak treatment. Like, we don't want you to use this Pokemon at all. Oh. I should have got the Sharp Beak. No one caught that. Come on. I don't need it. Chuck is bad, and backtracking to it is not going to make sense. I'll get it after Chuck when I can fly. I also didn't get another Mint Berry. So, truly epic play right there. Chuck is so bad, though, that I don't think it's going to matter. 202 effective power with wing attack. Alright. Yep, very easy. This is why you don't backtrack. When you do reset, it's like 20 seconds. And you're just sad that you made mistakes earlier on. But when you don't reset, you're like, ha, I saved time overall. Didn't pick up useless items. Don't worry, I'm going to pick them up now, so I will have wasted the time either way. Nope, not there. There, nope, not there. We can just go to every city, actually. There we go. Next one. Nope, not that tree. No, that's not the right thing. I still have a repel. Oh, I trained on the sea, that's why. Yeah. That does make sense. This person gives you the Sharp Beak. Which I think is my go-to item now. It's nice. Here. Probably should have healed in a center. It would be slightly faster than this, but... Alright. Got it. Gyarados. Now we do the boring stuff. Hope everyone's got their questions ready. I will try to answer as many questions from the chat as possible while we get through this slog. Basically, if your accuracy is less than your opponent's evasion, your accuracy is not modified. Ah, interesting. I should program that in. Your accuracy... Stage. Are you saying stage? Thursday is Hardstone? Yeah, Thursday is Hardstone. Thursday is Hardstone. It's up by the Violet City. Did I use a Hidden Power Water? I might have used Water, yeah. Water's not a very good Hidden Power type. Oh, I hate you. When did I? Okay. Oh, holy! I get a free heal from Lance now. Gosh. Would there ever be a time where you would rank the gym leaders of gens? Yeah, I want to do a tier list video for gym leaders. Yes, I do. Maybe soon. I'll do that as like a fun one-off video at some point. I'm going to have way too much to say in the video, though. It's going to end up being a 45-minute analysis video with like footage for every scenario. I hope it's not actually going to be that, but I'll do a tier list video, sure. Free views, right? Hour-long video with everything on screen. Obviously free. Oh. Would you also do that for the Elite Four? Yeah. Yeah, at some point. The Elite Four is a lot more obvious, I think, though. I just don't know like how people make like 6-minute videos. This is what blows my mind. Snowy does it. I don't know how. Like mind-bending. Like when I was new at this and I was just starting, it was easier to make short videos because I had a lot less to say because there's not as much like there weren't as many mechanics to go into because I just didn't have awareness. But like as my awareness has expanded, my videos lengths have expanded because there is more that needs to be talked about to truly understand each scenario that I come across. And like I try and cut stuff out. Like my editor and I were working just before this, and like every time there's a line that I'm like, this doesn't add something, or this is, I just cut it. Like I definitely like my writing can be more concise and I can say things quicker. But I'm working on that. Like I'm trying to always make my stuff as concise as possible. But I've never been very good at like English and communicating. It's been a challenge for me. Definitely not how I intuitively approach the world. I don't know if it's better to use hidden power ice on these. Yeah, YouTube really likes longer videos. I should also rank every random trainer in Gen 1. Like, all of the non-boss trainers. I'll make a video out of that, too. That video should be short because, or well, it'll be short except for the trainers that are, like, notable. Because there are like, quite a few people who are, I mean, never mind, the video is going to be really long. There are quite a few people who are quite good in Generation 1. What's your favorite all-time Pokemon? Venomoth. Really basic answer, but Venomoth, yeah. Why did you stop using Twitch? I talked about this before. Simply, payouts are not as good on Twitch. One stream on YouTube equals a whole month of streaming on Twitch. I didn't want to have the complexity of adding another platform to my offerings. It was just a lot. And then I get way less viewers over there. And I know I could multi-stream, but again, complexity. Minimizing complexity as much as possible. I might go back to Twitch and do some like coding streams or something that I don't want to like leave up long term, but it's just like, hey, I'm gonna code for the next 8 hours, like come and check it out. I think that might be fun for people occasionally, but I don't want that to be like the go-to content, and I don't really want to put like a coding stream on YouTube at this point because I don't know what I'm doing. It's gonna be terrible content. Why did my favorite shifted from Butterfree because of the channel, actually. So I can... Okay, well, that's not good. I thought I was going to do a little bit more damage. Last time, granted, my Yanma was much more over-leveled the last time I played this. Well, Oh, that Thunderbolt does way too much. Okay. Maybe we do need like Hidden Power Fire. I just don't really want a bad Hidden Power typing. We can't always swagger our way through this fight. It's kind of a silly way to win. It's thematic, actually. The theme after last night. I don't want to be internally consistent between any of my series, so what I do in one series will not necessarily impact how I approach the other series. Ha! I just missed Thunderwave twice. That's the AI's debuff, by the way. I just wanted to hit itself. Hit itself. Yeah, there we go. Flinch. Yes! Okay, we did it. Not that hard. Definitely requiring luck, though. Oh, that does so... Okay, well, we got a problem now. It's going to attack again. Yeah. Yeah, Hidden Power Ice is like better overall. Like it's good because it deals a lot of damage to the Steelix, which is why I chose it for the Jasmine fight. With my last run, like I was level, I think level 50 or something when I fought her. So Hidden Power, oh my gosh, Hidden Power Ice was good for that. If I can 2-hit the Steelix, then I'll be good. I think I need to go to like level 43 maybe. This guy doesn't fight you. It's this person who does. Yeah, Swagger is good in some cases because they do more damage to themselves, but yeah, the accuracy is not great. 41. So we could use rare candies now, but with Yanma, excuse me, I don't think that that's the right choice. Although, what I think fighting more people out here at sea earlier on is going to be a better strategy. Like, fight them all here, get wing attack easily before Chuck, then by the time I reach Jasmine, I'm leveled enough and I don't have to, like, slow down. Like, invest in the training early on so that later you can just speed through everything. No, no, no. Hidden Power Water is really bad. I'm not going to try Hidden Power Water. No, no, no. Hidden Power Water, it gives you bad HP and bad attack and bad defense. We don't want it. Water, electric, fire, and grass are all bad hidden power types. Yeah, like Yanma does struggle with Lance. We need a solution for Lance. I don't get if I got like a status inflicting move like a sleep powder or hypnosis, like it gets in later generations, then Lance wouldn't be as much of a problem because I could just use status conditions for him. But in this case I can't, so I'm gonna need to one-shot the Dragonites. Like Dragonite hitting with Blizzard, then Dragonite hitting with Thunder, then Dragonite hitting with Fire Blast. Like, no. And the Charizard's probably going to get a Flamethrower in, and the Aerodactyl has Rock Slide. Like, that is a terrifying gauntlet, with the exception of the Gyarados, which isn't going to do much. It's going to Rain Dance and then get knocked out. Yeah, see, I'm going to end up fighting all these trainers, so I should have just, like, fought them the first time. I'll go back at 43 and see how the damage running threshold helps. Yeah, Goldberry, yeah. I think I might have used Screech against her last time. I tried that at some point, I think. I tried to luck through it with Swagger and I think Screech and maybe that was it. Yeah, Goldenrod Department Store trade, you get the Goldberry. No, I don't think the Alpha one is faster because you have to get through like a whole bunch of things to get to it. I didn't get Swagger, but let's see. Okay, well that crit, thank you, but It's not exactly proving anything. Okay, well, flinches do help me. How much damage? Half? Half. That's good. Okay. Well, the crit, but... I had a 73.5% chance to 2-hit with Hidden Power Ice at level 43. I think it would be nice to 2-hit the Magnemites as well, but... if we have to not... Hidden Power Ground... could help against Morty, but it doesn't solve Lance. Yeah. And like, here's the thing, like, Hidden Power Ground kind of ruins your attack and HP stat. You get 12 attack and 7 HP. So less than half of what your HP DV would be normally. And then you get good damage, but it's also physical. And I don't really want a physical move on Yanma because its special attack is higher than its attack. Like, if I can have a special move, I want a special move. Would Pink Bow have made Magnemites? Maybe? I don't know. I'd have to check the ranges. Yes, maybe. Potentially also could use Return for more damage on the Magnemites. It's probably that Return, like pick up Return after defeating Whitney. So you know you have enough friendship. Then you get Return, then you teach Return before Jasmine to hit all the Magnemites with it. Just in case. Oh yeah, I forgot Thief. Thief's not that good. It's okay to forget it. I'm not going to go back and pick it up. I don't think it's worth it. Did the math not quite. Okay. It's only 8 max HP lost at 50 from a drop. Yeah, but that also impacts the rest of the run. So like maybe it's 8 or like 6 at this point, but what's that going to be when I get to red? And is that going to be the thing? Like, is it the extra like 12 to 16 HP going to be the difference between like surviving a flamethrower from the Charizard or not? Like, it probably is. It's going to be the difference between needing to be like level like 83 or 85 and like 2 levels of the late game training with a medium fast Pokemon. It's like the time's gonna start stacking up. So again, like it's quite easy to think about things from a local perspective of like we need the best thing to do to beat Jasmine. So like let's just like make everything synergize around. Okay, this is bad. I forgot to heal the paralysis and then I got my accuracy dropped. I know I have Swift, but I don't want to use Swift. For some reason the router did not record this fight. It's a bit strange. Am I gonna do this? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Really? Okay, well, maybe not. Okay, not. Oh, what? Oh, okay, I'm not. Wow, that was an emotional journey right there. It'll be easy with the paralysis. It's 14 HP. Yeah, 14 HP is probably going to be the make it or break it. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if red, I'm going to survive the Charizard with like 48 HP every time. So you gotta think about the playthrough from like a holistic perspective and go, okay, like also like if you lose like 3 attacks, so it's like my damage range is gonna be slightly worse. Like it'll inflate some time. Probably getting some error messages right now. 1 second. Something went wrong. Something went wrong. I get it, something went wrong, but like why? Okay, we're getting router problems, so I'm going to turn the router off. Which is unfortunate. We won't be able to look at damage ranges, so... I don't know why we're getting errors. That's weird. What would have caused it? It just like started happening as soon as we got to the petrol. It's broke. I don't know. Weird. That's never happened before. At that spot in the game. Yeah, Ancient Power would be good for this thing. Anytime you're weak to the Charizard, having a rock type move is great. Hidden Power Rock is actually quite good for grass types. Yeah, IVs are different than DVs. They changed a bunch of stuff. They were less like constrained in terms of the amount of data they could store on the ROM, so they didn't need to be as... So they were able to make the Pokemon more diverse essentially by increasing the total number of DV spreads. I haven't really looked into the IV calculation that much. Hidden Power is fundamentally different. They calculate it like very different between the two games, especially how it functions for the player and how that impacts DVs. Okay, all this is simple. Yanma is not doing, like, my time is not good, but Yanma is not feeling absolutely terrible. Like, I think this comes down to the fact that in general, Generation 2 is quite simple to play. Most of these trainers are not terrifying. I don't know if I've ever struggled against one of these trainers. Like, maybe I've had a reset, but it was just like some random thing happening. But I don't think about any of the random trainers as if they're like terrifying after you basically defeat Anthony and that Fire Breather. Those are the two that like, they feel like wild cards if you fight them. They can cause resets, they're pretty good. Oh, I'll get this. The burglars in this game remind me of Scott in Gen 3? What? I don't get it. I don't get it. Unknown seems like Hidden Power Ice only. It does, yeah. That would be a decent, yeah. There'd be some problems, but I think possible with that. We can't get any of the tutor moves, so we can go and buy vitamins now. You can sell your nuggets here to get an extra vitamin. Of course we don't get Fury Cutter. Or a bug type. I am gonna get 2 protein and hope. And then iron. Yeah. Okay. No, I need to get return. The best move in the game. I'm also gonna buy a second headbutt TM, which is something that I haven't done a lot in the past, but the more I watch, or the more I like interact with Red Ryosi, the more I'm just like, I gotta do this every time. This is gonna solve a problem at some point later on, and I will be glad that I picked it up. Yeah, unknown are based on DVs, yes, of course. Yeah, Rodriosi headbutt, exactly. I gotta go back at some point and redo the Quillfish playthrough just so we can get a better result using the headbutt strategy. Of all the people who speedrun Crystal, who do you think is the best at it? Same for Yellow. Oh. That's like a hard question. I think, okay, in my opinion, Gym Leader Matt is the best Yellow speedrunner that makes videos, like produced videos on the platform. If I had to say who I think is the best at Yellow overall, I think Austin is the best at Yellow. But Austin doesn't really make fully produced videos on YouTube. I do think that hopefully Austin is going to be on the channel, and I'm going to ask him a bunch of questions about what he does at some point in the future, but right now I think that Austin is probably the best solo runner. Also, I'm not talking about speedrunners. I don't watch a lot of speedrunning content, so I don't, like, I watch some, I just don't watch like a lot. I'm not watching it all the time. So because of that, I'm getting distracted also and not doing the right thing. But because of that, I just don't think I should chime in on like who the best speedrunner is. I think Austin is the best Yellow runner. He doesn't have as much experience with Crystal, so because he didn't start running it until I asked him to test my overlay, and then he did. I think Red Riosi is probably Aksu Karisara is also pretty good at Crystal. Maybe Aksu is the best Crystal runner. Yeah, probably, yeah. I'm definitely not the best at Emerald, but I don't know enough people that do Emerald runs to say someone. So it's definitely not me, because my Emerald play is my worst play on my channel, 100%. Right now I would say exceptional for Fire Red, just because he does a lot of it. Like, I don't think he does anything else. Maybe Emerald, but I don't think anything else. So, because of that, there's a massive experience bias. Like, if I'm playing 5 games on my channel, or 6 games, which I am, the people who play 1 or 2 games on their channel are like, have a significant advantage, because they're able to focus all their efforts on just one game, whereas I'm constantly spreading myself out. So if they do 4 runs in Crystal in the time I do 1 run in Crystal, because I have to play a bunch of other games, then they're accumulating experience much faster than I am. Speedrunner is also very good. Very good. Also, like, I'm saying all this, and like, I'm not saying that people are like, people are bad. Don't take it to me saying like, these are just like terrible. Everyone else is bad except Austin. Like, no. I think everyone's trying to get better, and I think the community is getting better. Plus, like, I think 6 months ago I would have had different answers. Like, I think I would have said like the Killer is the best at Yellow. But Austin, I think, has taken a lead there. I would say Ike the Killer is the best at a first attempt. He seems to grasp the game intuitively the best out of everyone. Like, he can just sit down and play and get good results. I'm like, wow, I envy this. I sit down and play and I like use quick attack against a ghost type 5 times, and then I'm like, oh, I shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, Hidden Power Ice, Rufio. Rufio! Oh, that reminds me of Hook. Anyone watch Hook when they were a kid? I like that movie a lot. It's a good movie. So I know I should never watch it again now. Keep it immortalized in my mind however it was back in the day. Hidden Power Ice because it helps against Jasmine, it makes Claire easier, and it trivializes Lance. Or it makes Lance much easier. That was why I chose it. Sure. Haha. I have Swift. What you gonna do? Gonna attack with Surf. Okay. For Platinum, I also don't have enough information on who's running it. In that case, I would just default to like speedrunner, because speedrunner is the only person that I know that is like actively running it all the time and that I watch. So because of that, I'm going to say speedrunner. Those are my final answers for who's the best at the games I play. I'm going to, by the way, oh yeah, I'll announce it now because I know he's going to announce it soon. He asked me if he could announce it. I'm going to do a stream with Exceptional very soon, next week. That's going to be fun. The stream is going to be around, like, hopefully I'm going to have some intelligent interview style questions to ask that will make me a better player and hopefully get us all more information about how the game works. We're going to play a run that I've already done in my Fire Red series, but we are going to do it without evolution, so it's a little bit more concise. And I am excited to do this. An Articuno team? I did not see that, no. I haven't like followed competitive Pokemon essentially ever. Did we go south? I don't think we went south. Did we go south? I don't remember. I'm a little scared we didn't. I'm gonna do it just in case. Yeah, we didn't. Okay, it's really good that we did this. We don't need the nugget. Nugget's useless. Yeah, Exceptional is good. Very good. Look at that. Look at that. I've improved. Over the last year, I've definitely improved a lot. There's lots of little things that I've tightened up. Not like that. Just ignore that. Perfect play all the time here. I'm definitely the best yellow runner. I'm definitely the best crystal runner. I'm definitely the best emerald runner. Don't question any of my decisions. They are the best. I have proven it. I'm so data related on my channel. Like, of course, everything that I say to all of you is always true. All of it. Always. Especially when I tell you the video it's only a ride-on video. There's definitely no other Pokemon in that video. No. Oh. Oh, Solar Beam. Solar Beam's over here by the Farfetch'd guy. The Farfetch'd guy was useful for Smeargle. Also, this is Scott, the Quillfish trainer. Snowy talks about Scott a lot. Another thing I've learned about these games is when you are... Hey, Scott, is this another Flareon run? Thank you. Thank you, Snowy. I was going to say, another thing about these runs I've figured out is, like, if you can black out in the league and then just, like, come back and keep all the experience, that is the fastest way to train for the league in Pokemon Crystal. I think that there will come a time where it makes sense to rush through the entire Johto portion of the game, grind on the Elite Four, and win like that for the best possible times. And I think we're not very far away from that. Any tips into getting into making videos? Just make them, even if you think they're bad. Make them and release them. You're never going to do it. You're never going to do it, and you're never going to do it well if you think that all your stuff has to be perfect immediately. So just make stuff, even if you're sure it's bad, no one will watch. Because the experience of making stuff is the best way to learn how to make stuff. I'm going to lose this fight. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe it's not okay. Do we use the candies now? I don't want to... that's not a good idea for red. There's not better items. Magneton is mean, but I have Return. I'll teach Return. Obviously, Return is the better choice. I'm trying to keep Swift because Karen. It's like anything I can do to spite the Umbreon. Okay. I wanted to use hidden power last time, but I misclicked. This is going better. Oh, I'm still not gonna 2-hit the Magneton. So annoying. Especially when I'm weak to it. This Pokemon alone. By the way, that's the video this weekend. The video this weekend, Magneton versus Electrode, Pokemon Yellow. Yes! Ridiculous crit! I'm gonna lose anyways, but ridiculous crit. If I Pink Bow, do I 2-shot the Magneton? I would really like not to use candies. If I have to use candies, I think I'll train to 53 before trying candies. Because we don't know how bad red is going to be at this point. Come on, miss Thunderwave. Yes! But it's not enough. Even Pink Bow returned, but at least it didn't paralyze me, so I think I should be fine now. Smokescreen? Okay, well. Kept Swift just for that. We're gonna be fine in this fight. This is one of those I won because it was Gen 2. Magneton just didn't do what it needed to do, and that was it. Yeah, using rare candy is definitely not the play right now, I don't think. I'm gonna deposit my HM users in this case. Just because I think that we may have to level up more. I generally don't like to do that because it wastes time post-league, but I should buy more of those if we're blackout. Yeah, that gives me 2 league attempts. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do an April Fool's video of Fisher Scott. Yes! Can Fisher Scott be league champ? Oh my gosh, I just kicked the cat accidentally. It's under my desk and I was trying to extend my legs. I'm so sorry. Oh, completely unfazed. Still asleep. Oh, the life of a cat. Alright, well, Will was very easy. As you would expect with a bug type, with all these bug type moves, am I right? Yeah, please share channels and stuff in the chat if you want. Like, it's great that people would like get to know other people's stuff. I don't want to like... I never really got that where people are like, hey, like, don't promote other stuff in like your chat. Like, I get if it's like a bot and it comes in and it's just like, hey, you should like go over and like pay money for this mobile game, or it's like adult dating 6969. You're like, this is not nice. Like, I get those, but when it's just like someone coming in to be like, hey, I make stuff, like, check it out. Like, sure. That sounds great. As long as you're not just like going around to a bunch of streams. I guess I get it now. I'm like thinking about it more. I'm like, yeah, I get it. If you're going around to a bunch of streams being like, hey, check me out, and you're not actually watching the stream. But if you're like watching the stream, then it's like, seems good. Sharp Beak, obviously, for this fight. Hidden Power Ice also helps against the Onix. You would not think that the Onix would be a problem, because in Generation 1, the Onix is completely incompetent. Well. Video on Saturday. In Generation 1, the Onix is usually completely incompetent, but in this game, it's actually kind of good, because Sandstorm deals 1/8 damage per turn, so... Yeah, and the Onix also knows Earthquake, and Rock Slide. In this case, 4 times damage. Okay, is the Rock Slide going to one-hit me? Let's see. It's gonna miss. Okay. Well, easy win. Well. I got so many ethers. Don't like that. Maybe this is gonna be fine. Is it gonna be fine? Pink Bow is gonna do the most damage to the Umbreon, so if I give the... sorry. Return is going to do the most damage to the Umbreon, so if I give the Pink Bow, I have the highest chance of 2-hitting. Oh, it's okay. I'm going to choose wing attack anyways. Well, Swift. See? Kept it for a reason. Houndoom. Okay. That was a crit. Okay, is a crit. No spoilers, but do you prefer I think if I say it'll be a spoiler. I'm just gonna refrain from saying anything about the video. Other than it's gonna be good, and I think it's my longest video of all time. And I hope I never have to make another one as long. This is bad. Sand attack's bad, then I have to Swift or then I want to Swift the Houndoom. I think if I could just spam return, the Houndoom is gonna be a 2-hit, but... Okay, I'll Swift it now, I guess. Everyone up until this point was very easy, so I am going to take my first blackout here and attempt the league again. Yeah, reserve like 2 days of your life for the next video. Especially if you watch it in like 30-minute segments. No. I looked over and I was like, Executor. It's not Executor. It's the Zatu. I should have switched moves anyways, but we're going to get it. Wouldn't a bug move be nice? I'm going to track blackouts. I need to program it, actually. I realized it's not working in Generation 2 at the current moment after the last stream, and then I forgot until right now when I blacked out. Snowy, yeah, but Snowy, like, I've been working on the video for like a month. Over a month, actually. Because Electrode vs. Magneton was supposed to be the first video of the year coming out the first week in February. And I said, hey, it's not going to be that much work because I'm giving myself an entire month to make this one video. Yeah. Now we're like going to be second week of March. It's going to be coming out. I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose. The Toxic. It's going to get me. Oh, minimize. Okay. I don't think Swift is going to KO. Is Swift going to KO? Return, Swift. Maybe? No. I'm going to try again. I don't want to block out there. Toxic is really annoying. It's really annoying. Maybe a Poison Cure Berry for this fight? Oh, no. It likes to use Protect when you have status condition, by the way. Like, see? It's like really trying to stall me out. It's going to get me again. All right, we're going to block out again. Second blackout. Yeah, Koga's AI is actually decent. He's also terrifying in a Nuzlocke, because he loves using Toxic and Double Team. So if he can get really out of control really fast, and then the fight just... That's why I lost my Nuzlocke when I did my Crystal Nuzlocke. The attempt didn't actually make it into the video, the first attempt. But I lost at Koga. I had like a Marowak and stuff too. So it was going okay until that point. I think we give Sharp Beak for this fight. Slightly more damage to the bugs. You're gonna really... Oh, by the way, this is relevant for a lot of you who... I said on a previous stream, I'm like, I'm going to do this re-ranking video, and if it performs well, I'll make more of them. So, unfortunately for us, behind the scenes here, it did perform well. It went 1 out of 10 on YouTube, so that means the best performing video of the last 10. As a result, we're going to be making more of them for all of you, so there'll be more videos like that where I take a bunch of different Pokemon and then we get re-rankings with all of them. It's like somewhere between like I think like 7 is a pretty good number for one of those videos. I can do 3 to 4 of them quite quickly, and then do 3 to 4 of them in a little bit slower fashion. And also going through a lot of the streams that I've done. So the next video I'm going to make that way is going to be Gen 2, a bunch of Gen 2 re-rankings. And then I will also make a Gen 3 re-ranking video too, because I'm doing a bunch of Gen 3 re-ranks behind the scenes right now to try and get better at Emerald. I can't just stream all the time. It's tiring. Okay, we're back at Karen. And now, how's this gonna go? Level 58 now. Alright. Yeah, for the future runs, talk more about what I did in previous runs. I think that's a good idea, yes. It's like a balance between trying to explain what I did previously and then explain what I'm doing now to improve the run. Okay, well the critical hit on Houndoom is like, that's perfect. Yeah, I'll try and find a better balance. Obviously it was the first one of its kind, so the video can't be very good, but I think I'll slowly refine the style. We might need rest for this fight. I hope we don't. I think Hidden Power Ice. Because I have much more, 14 more special attack than attack. Okay. Gyarados, 2-hit with return, sets up Rain Dance, so that's not a problem. Next is Dragonite. No, not the wing attack! Okay, well I missed Thunder Wave, we're okay. Oh gosh. Don't worry, I'm not gonna make more 3-minute videos. No. What was that damage range? Is it a chance for the Aerodactyl? I think it's a chance. Okay. Let's see. Do I one-hit the Aerodactyl this time? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Nope. What? Okay, for anyone who's like, why not Hidden Power Water? This is why not Hidden Power Water, because then the Dragonites all get more challenging, and while the Aerodactyl and the Charizard are easier, I don't think we're going to get through the Dragonites particularly well, because they're going to paralyze us, then the Aerodactyl and the Charizard are going to hit me anyways. Because I only get, like, Paralyzed Cure Berry to solve the condition. Alright, fine. It's rare candy time, I think. One candy. Let's do one candy and see. Level 60. If it's not enough, then 63. That's 4 candies. 40% of the candies. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Yes, okay. Now I should be able to survive the flamethrower. It's really unfortunate the rain fades right before the Charizard comes in. At least it didn't burn me, so now I win. Okay. Did it. An hour and 32 minutes. Ah, it's so slow. This is like a finish time for most other Pokemon. I'm like, if it's clocking in over an hour and 30 minutes now, I know it's been a bad run. There was the times when an hour and 30 minutes felt amazing in Crystal, but those times have long passed. I think really the main thing that changed everything between the runs was learning the black parts of the map so that I can explore them without having to get flash. That cut significant time off my early game. I should have withdrawn these users after the first league lockout. I can do that in the next run. This is my favorite part of the game, and I don't know why. It just feels so nice walking around in these locations. Just like scratches my brain in like the best possible way. Everything about it, I just enjoy. That repel before going through the door, I did not enjoy actually. Yeah, but your damage calculation probably doesn't have my stat experience. Did you put in stat experience? Like what was the stat experience value you had? Did you include the Nevermelt Ice on Hidden Power Ice? Those will be some differentiating factors. Okay, and that's the end of the portion of the game that I really like to play. Gonna get cursed, just in case. I have a sinking suspicion that Yanma is gonna have to do what every other Pokemon does. Because it doesn't get sleep powder or something like that. I can get some HP ups. But I don't know where they are. That's a problem. Okay, I found them. Yay! Slightly more hit points. Hoping that I'm going to survive the Charizard's attack. Just really hoping. Oh, wait. Yeah, I like decided early on not to mod the game visually. I genuinely love the old school art, and I think changing stuff visually just, I don't know, it doesn't hit the same when I watch a video and it has like visual upgrades or like the rounded corners, that kind of thing. I tried it for one video and I got so many people telling me they didn't like it that I was just like, I'm not going to do that. Plus, like, it wasn't like, I did not particularly like it either. Or we'll be fine. Bug flying type against Erica. I don't know if I have a second run in me. This has been so long. It's gonna be like a 4-hour stream if I do a second one. Okay, I have Giga Drain now. That's cool, right? 5 PP. Oh, okay, well, it didn't sand attack. I thought it was going to sand attack. That's why I was sad there for a moment, but it's okay. The problem with, like, so the first run is number one to like scout the run out and get like some insight into it, but it also warms me up for the second one, because by the second one, like, everything is kind of aligned in my brain and I feel ready to do it. When I play, if I just come back and do Yanma in like 2 weeks, I will have forgotten a bunch of little details that are like currently buffered in my short-term memory, and letting them fall out of the buffer means that I'll probably have to do 2 runs if I come back to it later. So there's always this like cost benefit analysis that I do whenever doing a first playthrough. It's like, if I can't sit down and do the second playthrough right away, like, am I willing to do 2 more? Yeah, Ditto and Crystal, yeah. It was, who was it? Axu, yeah, I think it was Axu Karisara that mentioned to Speedrunner that you could use the Espeon. That was a great strategy. I just regret that it wasn't in the original video. Like, follow-up videos never perform as well as the originals, unless it's a remake and I've taken like 2 years since I made the original, and the original is one of my earlier videos. Then the remake will perform better, but it's always sad to me when the better strategies get missed by the viewers. Oh my gosh, Yanma. Alright, for a second run, what do we do? Train more in the mid-game, get wing attacks sooner, go to level 43 or 45 for Jasmine to make that portion of the fight easier. Probably intentionally blackout grind once on the Elite Four to get just a little bit more levels. Then go through the rest of the game, and it should be fairly simple at that point. I could take rest on my set earlier in the place of Swift, but I don't know if it's the most useful thing. Like, Yanma, we don't want to be using rest with Yanma. Like, oh yeah, my weak bug flying type, I'm trying to stall. That's a great idea. Also, Exceptional, I was watching one of his videos, and he taught me that there's a little place over there. Did I get the machine part? I am going to check for I did, okay. I have been forgetting it as of late. Pichu, no, I'm done Pichu for a while. It's going to be a couple years at least before we do Pichu as a back fart. Okay, I'm not going to forget the radio card. I refuse to forget. Oh, I refuse to forget this. My recent streams, I've been forgetting it, but not today. Hey, we could outspeed the Charizard, flinch it once, and then knock it out with return. Maybe that's the best play for red. Backport Yan Mega Stream when? In October I did it. It was fun. Oh yeah, he taught me about there's an ether just past Bill's house in Fire Red, but it's on the fence in Generation 1. The ether just doesn't really know where it wants to be. Marking on my dad humor, as you can tell. Oh no! What do I do against this thing? We're gonna be okay? We're gonna be okay. Alright. Yeah, sure. Oh, actually, the only electric-type move that Magneton has is Zap Cannon. Gosh, Surge is bad. Ultra Necrozma. I really like Generation 7. Those are games that are hard to replay, but I really like them. I'm looking forward to playing those games on my channel. I actually have a 3DS with a capture card, and I got it back in 2016 when I was thinking about making this channel. And then I made the overlays and stuff to do playthroughs, and I just didn't use any of them. See that skill? Do you see the skill there? That's why I'm the best crystal runner in the scene. Yeah. How about that? Okay, Brock. Should be fairly simple, with the exception of the Oma star. Gonna be kind of annoying. Probably should teach Giga Drain before this fight. Like, Giga Drain would be, this would be a series of 5-1 hits if I had Giga Drain. I guess Giga Drain does serve a niche. That's cool. Now it's not useful because there's a fire type specialist and then a poison type specialist. It'll help, it can help against Blue's Rhydon. He will not catch you if you go straight down, walking. And then you can use the bag to predict his motion and get by him consistently there. Oh. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. This side's better. In Gen 2. In Gen 1, it's the other way, but... This route is awful in Fire Red. There's so many rocks, and it just takes forever. You bump into everything. It does not feel smooth. It's like my least favorite place to navigate in any game. I'd rather walk through like a bunch of areas like Morty's gym than do that. That was the perfect... Do you see that? The rappel? Maybe that side is better, actually, and then I can get rappel all the way to there with no encounters. You know, I think I changed my mind. Look at that. Generally not really set up for success against the Meg Cargo. Maybe Giga Drain is useful here. But after that, it's going to be straightforward. Guzma might be bad, but he has a cool ace. Galisopod is awesome. $108 likes. How many likes can we get? Can we get to 200 likes? Is it possible? You know how happy I'll be and the YouTube algorithm will be if we get to 200 likes? It'll be so happy. But I'll be even more happy. Like, the face reveal thing is, I have to then think about how I'm performing with my face. Like, does the video look good, and is he interesting to look at? And I have to say, I like just thinking about Pokemon stuff and not having to, like, manage my facial expression. Oh no. Alright, we're gonna be fine. More cat reveals? Yeah, I should do more cat reveals. That is true. Cat reveals are the most important thing. Wait, I'm gonna check under the desk. Oh yeah, still there. Very cute. I think she feels safe around us. Churro has been a little bit mean. Okay, it's time for Blue. Teach Giga Drain for the Rhydon. What's the best hell item here? You know, it's probably the leftovers. Generally, the leftovers is my go-to here, even though it slows things down a little bit with text, but I'm only level 66. This might be... What? We might get... this time might be over 2 hours. Unless this goes a lot better than I'm anticipating it going. Okay, Giga Drain. Yeah! Look at that. 1 of 5 PP. It's so powerful. Okay, Arcanine. Not great. I don't like this. Okay, Flamethrower, I don't do half, so that's unfortunate. And it does way more than half to me. So that's a reset. Do I need more levels? I am not comfortable. No, that's not how it works in this game. I am not comfortable. I'm not comfortable going into this fight without more training. The original Yanma video has a problem with the timer where I paused my timer, and back then I was playing the run over the series of like 3 or 4 days because I couldn't find enough, like I had a full-time job that wasn't just making YouTube content. So I couldn't find like a 5 to 6 hour, because it took me a long time to play runs too. I couldn't find like a 5 to 6 hour time period to just sit down and do a full run, so I had to play it over like 3 to 5 days. So every time I came back, because I had to use my computer for other things, of course, I would have to reset the timer and then start filming again, and I couldn't refilm anything because the technology didn't exist back then. As a result, I reset the timer incorrectly, and we lost about an hour of time in the Yanma run. So I'm pretty sure I didn't account for it in the tier list at the time because I didn't notice. I also decided when I made the Yanma video that I was going to switch from Premiere Pro to, what's it called? DaVinci Resolve. And so I was editing on a new piece of software as well. I think, for the Yanma video. Because I think it came out after my Eradicate video. I'm not sure now. Second guessing everything. Why not back to the league? Because I need 2 levels. It's going to take longer if I go... Oh, that's not my mom. Does he have a healing thing in here? No, he doesn't. Thanks, Oak. Back to the league's going to take longer because I only wanted to get to level 68. I just want a damage rounding threshold to see how that works. If I can 2-hit the right on the Arcanine. And if you do the league, you get stuck in the league and then you have to complete the whole league. And sometimes you'll overtrain by doing that. DaVinci Resolve is a great option if you need a free software. And I do think overall that it's probably better than Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro has a lot of problems. I would not recommend it. I would actually anti-recommend it. Don't use it unless you absolutely have to. I have to use it. Oh yeah, that's a good question, Cameron. I'll ask again, since we were talking about tier lists. Why aren't Butterfree and Machamp on the yellow tier lists? There are a bunch of Pokemon that I have done runs with that are not currently included in the tier lists. A few other examples are Pikachu, regular Pikachu, not Surfing Pikachu, Magnemite, and Voltorb. And the reason they're not in is that their result... I think another one's Eevee, as well as Clefairy. Some Pokemon are not ranked currently because their runs are old or I only did 1 playthrough, and I anticipate going back to them at some point. I removed them from the tier list because their results were so stale and maybe even played with different rules, that kind of thing. So I figured that was the better way to do it. I just removed them and then I'll add them in. Butterfree and Machamp haven't been re-ranked because I was intending to put them in different videos in the future. So I was like, I'll save the point at which I put them into the overlay for that. Why is Premiere so bad? Because it feels like Adobe doesn't care and there's like so many bugs. And there's a lot of like base functionality that I have to grab plugins for. Like I should be able to add an effect to whatever clip I have selected in my timeline. I should be able to add that effect using a keyboard shortcut. But you cannot do that in Premiere Pro. Like, what? Are we actually in 2024 and you can't just like click on I don't know, like Control D and put a drop shadow on your clip? It's like, I can't do that. I want to be able to do that. So I had to get a plugin that's like $100 called Excalibur that allows you to configure those shortcuts. Yeah. I heard from someone else that Adobe, like their main business model is something else. Like it's like cloud computing or something. I don't think that's exactly what it is, but it's something else. They're doing something else. As a result, it doesn't make like, I think it doesn't make sense for them to like continue like huge investments into software like this, which is like really unfortunate, especially because the price of the software in my mind is like it. If you are not doing this professionally and making literally all of your income from it, you should never pay the subscription fee for Adobe. Ever. Like, just don't. Do it, like, buy the Affinity Suite. The Affinity Suite will cost you less for a one-time purchase than a year subscription of Adobe. Probably less than 8 months of Adobe. And you will get all the tools that function roughly the same. And yeah, it'll just be better. I can try Curse, yes. Curse might be the solution. I'll go back and try it now. I'll try level 70, then I'll try Curse. I'll just try one rare candy to 70, and then I'll try Curse. We'll save here before the candy, and then try. So we can undo it if we have to. Okay. Oh yeah, you have enough speed to outspeed the Arcanine after one curse. That is good to know. So maybe that is the play. Really unfortunate that I... Oh, I gotta get the hidden power typing to show for the enemy. Love the content, but I'm getting tired. Yeah. If you gotta go, that's okay. Okay, knock the Arcanine out. 2 hits on 70. Okay, that's good. Is it gonna one-hit me? It's gonna miss. Then it's gonna Twister. Then he's gonna full restore. Adobe taking notes from Game Freak. It's funny. Like the Affinity Suite, I used it for a while, and I was using Affinity Suite with DaVinci Resolve. It's a free option. Like basically, like you pay the upfront fee, and then from there you can edit for like the next however long. And I was just using the free version of DaVinci. Okay, we beat Blue. So that's a great option for someone who's just getting started. Like you should not pay $1,000 a year for Adobe stuff unless this is your job. If it's like your hobby, don't do it. Like such a waste of, in my opinion, that's a waste of money. I guess if you have a lot of disposable income and you're like, hey, like I want to like get Photoshop because it seems like the best graphic editing program. Like, okay, sure. Yeah. Like it is, I think Photoshop is the better graphic editing software than the Affinity Suite, but it's not so much better that you should pay a ton more money for it. That's my opinion on that software. Okay. We could get under 2 hours if everything goes right from here. Oh no, that's... I was like, I can make the 2 more steps. No, no, no. Apparently I can't. Okay. No, 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 no. Focus. Focus. Okay, I think we are not going to one-hit the Charizard, no matter what. So we are going to need Curse. But we have lots of rare candies, 8 in total, so we're going to get to 78. Oh, I should have... Well, there's one level I'm leaving on the floor, but that's okay. Like, I was about to level up, and I really should have fought a wild encounter or something. Gotta just move past that. Giga Drain could be useful. Hidden Power Ice is really not useful at this point. We will need rest here. 100% we'll need rest. And I think it's going to be better than Wing Attack, because... Wing Attack... Giga Drain... Giga Drain's not going to help with Curse. We're going to get rid of Giga Drain. Okay. We can also get rid of Wing Attack for either Protect or, what's it called? We have a lot of speed. That is not okay. Okay. Okay, at least we one-shot the Pikachu. Then Charizard. Alright. 2-hit. Can we 2-hit? Is it possible? Flamethrower and the effective power are colliding, I can see. What? My joy is fading. Okay. Yeah, Wing Attack's not going to be helpful. Does it have to miss a Thunder? Does it have to miss a Thunder? Looking like Headbutt? Yeah, I know, right? It is looking like Headbutt. I'm terrified. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Nope. No. Okay, well that's not gonna work. So we do. Okay, everyone. Sorry, can we just think back to earlier in this video? I might crit. I'm just gonna play it. We all think back to earlier in this video when I was like, "Hey, what happens if Charizard is just barely not one-hitting me? I'm surviving on like 8 health." And then, like, we were talking about hidden power DVs. This is why. This is why. Literally the situation I'm in right now. This is why hidden power grass, water, fire, ice. No, not ice. What was it? It's the other one. Electric. Those ones are not very good. So we gotta flinch it twice, I think. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh my god. No. I will survive. I will survive, but like what comes out next is gonna be terrifying. I guess let's see what. Okay. Oh yeah. Yes. Okay. Okay, well we beat the Charizard. Blastoise is next. Well we have to heal. We have to heal. There's no other choice. There's no. Oh no. Oh yes. No. Okay. Again. Hidden Power Rock? Yeah. But then everything else, like Hidden Power Rock is, yeah, it'll be good against Lance. Decent against Lance, at least. I think that the Charizard is not allowed to attack. I think that that's how we have to win this. No, I haven't done a Golduck run in any games. Oh my gosh, the Pikachu can survive. So we can't even headbutt the Pikachu because the Pikachu will survive and then charm. And if it charms, we lose. Why we bring Chesto? Yeah, we might. Chesto might be better. Like, it's obviously not Chesto, but like Mint might be better. We have to go back and get Mint though. Okay. Might be faster to level. Yeah, it might be. We ran out of escape ropes because I bought the perfect amount. What about Pink Bow? I will try a couple more attempts with Pink Bow. But I think we have to level up. I think we have to level up. Like, this will work 100%, but I think that the number of flinches it will take is a little bit ridiculous. Like, we're gonna have to flinch the Charizard maybe once or twice. Oh my god. That's so much damage. We're going to have to flinch the Charizard twice, and we're going to have to flinch the Blastoise, I think at least once, or have it miss a Blizzard. Okay, the crit there is great. Okay, it can one hit sometimes. Does Headbutt? I don't think Headbutt works with the King's Rock. I don't think in Gen 2 it works. Flinch, please. Ha! Hope for a Gen 1 miss. We could Swagger, yeah. Swagger is a lower chance of activating, though, than Headbutt, right? Well, one thing about this is that the resets are really quick. Like, we have a lot, but they're very fast. Because he sends it out second and I one-shot the Pikachu. So we are able to, like, get through. I don't have Dig, actually. And I don't have an escape rope. I have to walk out. I said I was going to do a few more attempts, then I'll train. I want to get back to the Blastoise once. Yeah, so, like... We're not doing a third to the Charizard, even with the Pink Bow and using Headbutt. It would be nice if we were doing a third. Although I don't know if that actually matters, because if we do like a little bit more than half with Headbutts, and then we can finish with Return, like does the extra damage actually benefit at all? I don't think the extra damage benefits at all. Right? Like, does the extra damage actually materially impact the fight? Because it's not going to make me survive. If I have a higher level, it's not going to make me survive with a significant amount of training. Right? Like, okay, so say I level up 5 levels. Charizard is still going to take me to red health every time it hits. So, like, the fact that I am just barely surviving is actually going to give me the lowest possible finish time when using Headbutt with Flinch. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to come out, optimize, and then come back in at level 78 to do this to the Charizard. With maybe the option of using Swagger. Please evolve. There are no evolutions to Yanma in this game. Please stop burning. No, teleport doesn't work. Right now you aren't even KOing with 2 Headbutt Return. Are you sure? I'm not sure about that. I want to test it. Can we have a test? I think I am. I think I am one-shotting. Okay, we're going to switch to Swagger very soon, but I want to see if I have the damage range here. Please flinch, thank you. See, we are getting it. Okay. Yeah. What do I teach Swagger in the place of? Probably Curse? Yeah, I added the Pink Bow. I need rest. Because I can't drop Return if I want to have the damage ranges on the Charizard like we just went through. Hit yourself. Nope. Ooh, this Pokemon is rough. I forget, how does one get Bright Powder in Generation 2? I think, is it like you have to catch a certain Pokemon and it's holding it? Yeah, we're trying for Confusion and Flinch unless I forget, and then I'm doing this. And I'm not trying to, I don't want to teach over Curse because then I can't get it back. Like, permanently. Because we haven't got to the Snorlax yet, and the Snorlax is a question in my mind of, can we beat the Snorlax with the current set? Yeah, but the Pikachu hits too hard on the first turn. So the Pikachu does a ton of damage. Okay. Please, hit yourself. Please. What is with this? The King's Rock doesn't stack, though. We talked about that. Okay. Yes. Okay. That's what we needed. This thing uses special moves, so we're okay. What? I hate you, Blastoise. Okay, well, that's okay. I'm gonna heal. Yes. The Pikachu will eventually miss, but I don't think that that's the solution. Then, won't it move first next turn? Yeah, it will. I have tried the Berserk Gene, yes. In my Ditto video. It's not good. Okay. No. I think we need... I don't know if 80 is gonna help, though. I went through that before. Like, for damage ranges, like, I'm not just barely missing a damage range. Like, okay, like, I can have leftovers and I'll gain back some health every turn, but, like... I don't know if going to 80 is actually gonna help. This one, we have to do more analysis of, and I don't have the root file, because the router decided to stop while we were playing. Because I think, like, okay. Oh yeah, Yanma's worse than the babies, for sure. The babies are actually decent. Some of the babies are quite good. Like, Elekid. Oh, hey. I survived. I could just, like, flinch everything and then win, but... okay. That was good. Yeah, decent. Let's go. Some more flinches. There we go. One. Nope. Yeah, I already used Giga Drain. Giga Drain isn't an option anymore for this run. Yeah, Flash is pretty terrible. You could go to 80 and curse gambling. But then I am not faster than the Charizard and it hits me for a lot anyways. I'm already faster than the Blastoise. Like the curse gamble, I don't think 80 changes it. How does 80 change it? Like the question is, like, leveling up seems like leveling up seems like a great idea, because it's like, oh, we'll just increase the power of the Pokemon and then maybe it'll do better. But it's like, I think I'm gonna have to level up like so significantly that it's not gonna be worth it. Like it'll be like level like 93 or something like that, where we start seeing a difference between this level and that level. You're faster at level 80 with one curse. Really? Really? The Charizard has 179 speed. I have 155 with one curse. No way after one curse I have more speed at level 80. That's 2 levels. Right now I underspeed by 2. What? I don't underspeed by 2. I have 155 speed. I don't have 155 right now. Okay, we gotta pause 1 second. Are the calcs wrong? Like, what is my speed going into this fight? It's like 230 something. 236 times 0.66. 150. Yeah, like. Okay, so we're gonna look up the stat modifier table for Gen 2 to see what it is. Gen 1 to 2, stage multipliers. With -1, it's 66 out of 100. So -1 is 0.66. So we go from 236 down to 155. So the overlay is correct. So unfortunately, leveling to 80 will not help. Alright, I thought I got something really wrong there for a second, but... Yeah, no, like, the 75% makes sense because that's what the accuracy was changed to. In Generation 1, accuracy is to 66 out of 100 after -1, but then in Gen 2 they updated the accuracy, but they didn't update the regular stats. Regular stats are updated starting in Generation 3. And in that case, it's still a similar ratio. It's 2/3 instead of 66 out of 100. Small details. Anyways, that's where we're at. 2 returns might knock the Charizard out with good RNG. Chat gaslighting Scott. For a moment, I was like genuinely just like, wow, I really messed up. I can't believe I got this wrong on the overlay for the entire time that I've had this. Okay, can we just flinch the Charizard twice? I would really like to flinch the Charizard twice in a row. Last night, I played Jumpluff. And I'll have you know, the rival Zubat with Bite flinched me like 4 times in a row. Yes. No. We would have to get to 269 speed, which is not so nice, leveling up. Yeah, that's like 33 speed. 33 speed is a lot. That's like, what, 10 levels maybe? 88? 85? That's in like optimal conditions. It's probably a little bit more than that, like 12. Does Rain... Yeah, I think it does get Rain Dance. I think everything gets Rain Dance. Let me check. I'll check after this fight. It's not going to get Rain Dance. I bet it's not going to get Rain Dance. Maybe we could level up for the 2-shot with Return and just survive, but then we move on to the Blastoise and we have to flinch that anyways. We do not get Rain Dance. Yeah, for the better flinch chance, you have to name yourself AI. Good. I'll do that next time. You get Sunny Day. Exactly, we could Sunny Day the Charizard. I think that's the play. Oh, this is pain. Two flinches are just under 10%. Yeah, that's not that unlikely. Like, I feel like we should be able to do that. Swagger would still be better. Do we think so? We're almost at 69 resets. Yeah, let's go Swagger again. Did I teach over that? No, I didn't. What about Swagger Headbutt Curse? Because we want it to hit itself, right? Oh, I can't one hit this. That's why we don't do that. Oh, we can flinch it. This is not the strat, though. By the way, he will only use his full restores on the Pikachu. Nothing else. Swagger detect. Yeah, we could do that. Oh. The Swagger, though, also, we get the... After we use Swagger, we get the chance to flinch with Headbutt for subsequent turns. So our odds get better. Yeah, Protect can also stall Blizzard. Yeah, you're right. I feel like where we're at right now is like there's a lot of options. Like there's Swagger option, there's Headbutt option, and then there's Protect. There's like some decent options here, but all of them are just like not really reliable. Like I struggle to understand right now intuitively which one is the best. Okay. Okay. That's what I needed. Okay, like just because of this we might not Hidden Power Ice. Hidden Power Rock might be better. This is so silly. Okay, Rain Dance, that's fine as long as you don't hit me. Okay, yes, yes! Yes! Yes, 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 yes! Okay, now do we die? I don't know, like we might. It's Snorlax, it's terrifying. Like, I don't, like, do we Swagger on it? That's terrifying. It's gonna hit so hard with Body Slam. Okay, it looks like I'm just barely not gonna 3-hit. Flinch, please, please. Yes! Ah! Hate you. I hate you, Venusaur. Okay. I'm terrified. I'm so scared. I am so scared right now. I'm terrified. Ah! Come on. No! Ah! No! No! Well, back to it. Here we go. When it happens, it doesn't feel that hard to make it all happen. Yeah, resting on Venusaur is obviously the choice. Okay. Honestly, I just saw that Venusaur wasn't doing very much damage. I'm like, oh, this doesn't matter. Like, we just knock it out. Maybe crit? Yeah, nice. I realized the mistake I had made as soon as I got to the Espeon. I was like, oh no, like, I think I have to attack, because I think it's just gonna two-shot me with Psychic if I didn't attack. I think the Swagger strategy is better. I don't think you need Curse, so I'm gonna delete it now. Yeah, how did I win in my last Yanma video? I probably leveled up to like 95 or something. Like, that's probably what I did. That's how I used to play. Like, I used to play just like as consistently as possible, but that's gonna bleed a bunch of time anyways. You can't get maximum stat experience in a reasonable time. It's just not possible. Not in these games. I think my last Yanma playthrough was like, what? It was like 3 hours or something? Like, I think we're still going to finish with a significantly better time. But I don't think there's a direct equivalency because my last one I think was done on 3 times speed. So like things are a little bit different because the speeds do not necessarily equate to each other in a nice linear relationship. Stop. Really annoying. Yeah, if we got one status move, like, maybe I should keep, like you get Supersonic, but Supersonic is not the choice. Swagger is definitely better. Like, I think Swagger Headbutt is definitely the choice. Obviously, like, Hidden Power Rock, like, yeah, I think that's obvious now that this should be what we do. Like, we're gonna save so much time just Hidden Power Rocking and then, like, training a ton to beat Jasmine. Okay, that's good. Did you know you can do that? You can stack Swagger on top of itself so that you continue boosting their attack stat and then get +6 and they deal a lot of damage to themselves. Oh gosh. Swag butt? Yeah, this is swag butt. Yeah, Jasmine is like gonna be rough. We might have to swagger Jasmine. Like, see, that's the thing is like, you like, I don't know, swagger the Pikachu. That was literally for the swagger though. We might have to use swagger against Jasmine. I used Hidden Power Bug? No. Oh, yeah, I did. I used Hidden Power Bug, and then my conclusion at the end of the video was, obviously I should be using Hidden Power Ice. Hidden Power Bug is definitely not the choice. So I was wrong in both accounts. Yes! I made a mistake. Okay, I didn't pay for it. Good. Hate yourself. No, that's not what I wanted you to do. Flinch. Yeah, that's better. Okay, flinch. Come on. Aww. I'll probably knock it out, but the Snorlax is just going to get me, isn't it? Do I have to swagger it? I think I do. Mimic doesn't work the same way and you can't learn it. It's not a TM. Oh no. We're gonna get to 100 resets. This is like the most painful thing ever. Oh. Like, we outspeed. Hidden Power Rock is probably gonna want to hit the Charizard. So like, that will change the dynamic of the fight dramatically. Alright. Flinch. Gotcha. Hidden Power Gun, yeah. We need like Hidden Power Cannon or something. The only way. Good. Flinched. No! Okay. Alright, not bad. This is not bad. Yes. I hate you, VSR. Doing a decent amount of damage. Flinch. Okay. Just take our time here. I'll swagger at some point. It also doesn't have very much PP. That's something to remember. It's like, we can swagger it, but we can also just probably stall it and then make it through with full health. Because it has Giga Drain after this. It's 15 PP. So it's really... I'm going to take the time because I want to ensure that I'm going to the Espeon with full health. I'm not joking around here. Knock yourself out with struggle. There we go. But that would be nice if you missed a few hits. The Giga Drain. Oh, there we go. Now it's going to do nothing. Oh, that's really annoying. Don't struggle this turn, thank you. Okay. Okay, I don't think we swagger, right? Yeah, but see, with Hidden Power Rock, it does make sense to level up until you have the one-shot on the Charizard. With the current strat, it doesn't, because surviving with like 20 health doesn't make more sense than surviving with 3 health. They're both gonna just lose to the Blastoise. I think we swagger. Do we swagger? Do we use swagger or do we use return? I think we return twice. Okay. Yes! Yes! Finally! Oh my gosh. Ah! Terrifying. Oh my gosh, what a run. I hope all of you know that this is not in fact a good result in Pokemon Crystal. I think this is the most resets I have had in Crystal as of late. Also, yeah, this is not going to get it a good placement in the current tier list. So right now, with a time of 2 hours, 28 minutes, and 49 seconds, that is a time just under 2 hours and 30 minutes. So it is going to be ranked in the Surge tier with Wooper and Pichu. I'm going to just boot up Excel quickly here and look at what... if we're actually faster than Pichu or not. We are slower than Pichu. Slower than Pichu. So at this current time, yeah, Yanma's not very good. Huh, the numbers are reversed. Oh yeah, that's true. I think Hidden Power Rock is the obvious choice. My voice is kind of dying now. It's been almost 3 hours. I won't have time to do another run, but I will do another Yanma run at some point with Hidden Power Rock to test that out, because we have to see how it's going to do, and then it'll be included in the video, the re-ranking video, later on for Johto when I eventually make that. Although, first, we do have to get a few other Pokemon into this tier list that are currently not ranked that I have done runs with. Piloswine and Octillery are 2 of them, so those will be coming up next on stream. Not today, but like next week. Next week, we're definitely going to be doing We're going to do, what was it, artillery next week, I think? Let me check. Next week is artillery. Okay? March 14th, same time, same place. We're going to play artillery. Going to see how that one does. Hopefully we'll get 2 runs with it. It would be nice to do 2 runs in one stream. This was, of course, a grind. Yanma, not very good. Stay tuned for my video coming out on Saturday. It'll be at 11 a.m. Mountain Time on Saturday. It's going to be Electrode versus Magneton in Pokemon. It's going to be Electrode versus Magneton in Generation 1. I hope that you are going to enjoy it. And then after that, we are going to head back to Johto to do an Abra-only playthrough. I think March is going to be a really fun month. By the end of the month, we will be building towards a grand, a special event, I should say. And that will be, yeah, late. Yeah. By the end of March, we will be building towards a special event. So I'm really excited for that video also. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you if you support the channel directly on Patreon or through YouTube memberships. It really does mean the world to me. Now, if you have made it this far, you're incredible. I will see you on the weekend for Electrode vs. Magneton.